What most humans don't appreciate enough is how impactful the idea of loss aversion is. Most human beings would rather not lose $10 than gain $10. We like holding on to what we have, and loss aversion, it's driven by fear. It makes us really, it makes us, it makes it very difficult for us to actually make real logical decisions. Because quite simply, a gain in X and a loss in X is not the same thing to human brains. And that makes a lot of financial decision making a complete hodgepodge. Psychologically, human beings don't like being deprived of anything and will react pretty badly and will do anything to avoid the pain of deprivation. This is actually the technical definition of loss aversion. This cognitive bias becomes really powerful the bigger your investment is, and it screws up with your emotions, time, safety, everything. So one way Avalon actually uses loss aversion is we try to make our customers to make impulse buys, right? So we'll say something along the lines of, oh, you're going to lose this in the next 2 or 3 days if you don't make this decision right now. Customers don't like losing out on things. They will do anything to avoid that pain, right? So that's one way we use loss aversion. But on the other hand, one thing that affects us is the sunk cost fallacy, right? Which is kind of an extension of loss aversion. So businesses that already have some bank built up, already have some reputation built up, just completely stop adapting, innovating, or pivoting, right? And this is out of a fear of change. I already have all of this stored up. I don't want to lose it. Even if I can gain twice as much as this, I don't want to lose this, right? So companies like Kodak and Toys R Us, they've suffered from this, right? And in fact, one of the reasons I feel like Apple has done really well is because they somehow, as a team, they managed to avoid loss aversion, right? They keep innovating with the iPad and the iPhone, so they're in tune with what society needs and are willing to gamble what they already have in order to make those new things successful. In fact, the iMac is now the least successful line of products that they have, but 10-15 years ago, that's not what they thought, and they gambled that on what they were building in the future. A lot of armies or lieutenants will, once they've already committed to a fight, they will continue fighting because they don't want to lose face that they've already kind of put on the line. One really interesting thing, or a way to actually combat loss aversion, is to just act like you don't own anything. Is to just act like you have nothing to lose. In fact, those are the most dangerous people. So either if you have nothing to lose because you have a lot of money and you don't care about money anymore, or you're just poor and you just don't care, or you just have the mindset that you have nothing to lose, I think that's the best way to get over loss aversion. And at Avalon, we play everything like we have nothing to lose. And I think that's why we're one of the most innovative companies, in my own opinion, in India, because we're willing to gamble and put everything on the line, including all the clients we have. We'd gamble that for something if we thought the odds of us winning that was significantly higher.